soft power is very important nowadays, basically because of the geopolitics globally now. Soft power is influencing many of the mediations that's happening between the superpowers, as well as coming up with the solutions to certain issues that countries are interested in. The big difference between soft and hard power. Hard power might have a huge impact and results in a short term, but in long term, they might be a dangerous and a disaster. So soft power are always a solution to long term, more sustainable impact into the humanity. There are always a direct link between sustainability and soft power. For sure, the countries which started with the sustainability, they have that legacy of soft power, and at the same time, soft power is forcing countries to be more sustainable and take in consideration the environmental aspect as well as the continuity and the positive impact into their community. For sure now, the world is having a lot of challenges when it comes to climate change, the disasters, the conflicts around the world, and the link between sustainability and soft power are becoming more and more critical now, and we have to ensure we're taking in consideration those so we can recover quickly from the consequences of the various factors that are affecting the world, and at the same time ensure that we're passing a more sustainable world to the next generation. The most interesting part of the index, that the inclusivity, diversity, having everyone in one place, and looking at the future, showing the decision makers, communities, experts, that they have to look at things in a very holistic way. No matter how we're very good in our area or in a certain specialization, we have to look at it from all aspects. Absolutely, no. We're going to show the world the practicality that we're going to bring it to the process. Having a leader from oil and gas who has very strong backgrounds on renewable energy and climate change are going to be one of the main factors in ensuring the success of COP28. We want to show the world that an oil nation which managed to transform, reducing the dependence on oil and gas in our GDP from 58% in 1975 to around 28% last year, is a signal that we did it in a country, so we can bring this practicality into the table. We're going to be very inclusive. We want to bring everyone to the table, because we cannot ask anyone to sit outside the discussion and then ask them to be part of the solution. So we have to have the discussion with everyone, and that's the main direction of COP28, bringing everyone on board. Well, those mega events which we hosted or we're going to host in the UAE, like Expo 2020 and the COP28, are part of a bigger picture, the diversity of the nation, achieving our long-term vision, and it's part of the initiatives to bring countries to see what the UAE has been doing. Expo 2020 site is a very special story because it represents the story of the country in one small place. So for those people who will not be able to go around the country and experience the nation, going to one place, they will see the whole thing: sustainability, technology aspects, how people are welcoming and hospitable in the country, and how we're open to do global partnerships. COP28 is going to be the same, bringing everyone on board, and how the UAE is bringing mega global solutions to some of the most complex topics to the world. Well, we're tackling this topic in a very pragmatic way. We were bringing the practicality and the solution driven into the way that we're running the business. We managed to do that in the last 5 decades. How we're going to continue with this diversity, and technology is part of this changes. Let me just tell you some of the stories as well, which we have many of. The founder of UAE, Shahzad ibn Sultan, in 80s, he was testing one of the solar pumps in his farm in Al Ain, and he has been using the UAE University in Al Ain to do the whole theoretical academia work to test the pumps and the UAE. He heard about droughts in Eritrea in early 80s, and the droughts is causing an issue for the farmers who are far away from the water resources. So he sent that academia team with the solar pumps to Eritrea in 80s to support them to bring solution to the droughts and the agricultural production in Eritrea. That's a small message of the practicalities and how we're using the technology to sort out the global issues and our own conditions. The story of the UAE is bringing the technology-driven solutions into the table, and we're going to deploy the suitable technology to the country in very practical as well as business-driven way. For sure, there will be a direct impact of the soft power on our trade, and vice versa. The trade is going to have an impact on our soft power reputation as well, because of the infrastructure that we have, the connectivity we're having with the world, and the way that we're running things, and the partnerships with which we're building. All of them are coming together. It's the good thing about the trade. It fulfills the same factors of the soft powers and dimensions of soft powers, and vice versa. So see them complementing each other, and I'm sure the best is going to come in both our ranking soft power as well as in how aggressive we're going to be in trade. There are a few recommendations here. First of all, openness, moving away from the being too protectionism into their certain industries, because it's going to be harmful in the long term. And diversity is very crucial when it comes to economy. The last years events showed how important diversity and partnerships into development of economies. So that is the message which we want to send across, and at the same time we want them to come and explore and see how we're running things in the UAE. The UAE is signing and moving aggressively in comprehensive economic partnership agreements with the aim of having a direct contact to more than 90% of the global trade coming and going through the UAE, and it's part of our global soft power because it is reaching out to everyone. It's bringing everyone to the country, inviting them to see how the ecosystem in the UAE. Talent file is very critical to the UAE because we are a nation which has been developed in a global collaboration with many countries around the world, and many of the expatriates who are calling the UAE their home were part of this developments, and they're going to continue. We have revamped the residency system to accommodate and retain those talents within the country and attract more brains to the UAE, and at the same time ensure that there is a balance as well in the developments that we're doing for our national Emiratis in the UAE through different programs. So we're maintaining the balance, and we're going to continue with bringing the best brains so we can share and pass this experience to our Emiratis, to the expatriates who are living in the country, and at the same time ensure the continuation of the developments of the nation.